In 2021, the global influencer economy is predicted to be worth $6 billion US. Last year, there were 3.7 million branded sponsored influencer posts on social media. Next year, it's estimated there will be over 6 million. But the industry is changing as fast as it's growing. Barely a week goes by without an Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, or influencer marketing development, which may mean the strategies you have been using won't produce the same results for you in 2021. With 65% of brands planning to increase their spending on influencer marketing in 2021, we've put together the following upcoming trends predictions to achieve the best ROI for your next influencer campaign. So today I'm going to walk you through VAMP's key trends predictions for influencer marketing in the Middle East for 2021. Relevancy and quality content, and the importance of selecting the right influencers for your campaigns in 2021. Secondly, sales metrics, and the new norm of how successful influencer campaigns will be measured. We're going to talk about short form video and the major shift in content creation, social shop fronts and the importance of brands adopting this approach in 2021, and boosting in branded content. This is going to be a key element of all influencer campaigns moving forward. And finally, we'll talk about the healthy influencer. This is going to be a major focus for brands in 2021. So I'm going to talk to you about influencer relevancy and quality content. As the impact of COVID-19 moved customers' traditional brand touchpoints online, social content became even more important. And we're not talking about just any content. This year, brands have needed high quality images and videos that stand out in their social feeds, which inspire, build brand love, and ultimately drive sales, helping businesses make up for a year of uncertain sales and missed opportunities. This trend and the need for high quality social content is set to continue in 2021, and according to the data, will be a key decider in which brands succeed on social media. Research shows that 58% of consumers visited a brand's social media page before visiting their website. That is an 81% increase from last year. Social is the new shop front, and sharing quality content helps customers make decisions at crucial parts of their purchasing journey. Quality social content will help build stronger brand-to-customer relationships, especially during this time. COVID-19 saw unsettled consumers gravitate to the people, organisations, and brands they know and trust. 54% of consumers said that they are most likely to trust brands if they make their content engaging, relevant, and keep it regularly updated. Therefore, if brands' social content isn't up to scratch, customers may just skip out on following through with that purchase. 89% of consumers say they will buy from a brand they follow on social media, and 84% will choose that brand over a competitor. Ultimately, if your content can engage with a customer and persuade them to follow you, they become more loyal. Not only that, customers will also increase their spending. 75% of consumers say they'll increase their spending with brands they follow on social media, and 25% of consumers share brand content they have noticed on social media. Once your social feeds are curated with high quality and relevant content, you're increasing the possibility of further brand exposure. And customers who reshare your content turn into advocates for the brand by organically sharing your brand's name and their thoughts on your product or service with a larger pool of potential customers. And this is where we see the continued shift by brands, moving away from collaborating with influencers simply because they have a large following, and instead prioritizing influencers who create quality content and have a more relevant and authentic audience. In the early days of influencer marketing in the Middle East, we saw brands obsessed with finding influencers with the biggest following possible. They thought the wider reach the campaign received, the better results they would be able to achieve. But it didn't quite work out that way. Marketers are realizing that it isn't the amount of eyes on an influencer's post or ad, it was about having the right eyes on that ad and making sure that ad stands out. That's what drove big results. And that's what we at VAMP are seeing day in, day out. Those brands that focus on quality content and a quality audience will generally receive the best ROI. And that is where we've seen the shift from macro influencers down to the micro and nano influencer space. And this will continue significantly in 2021. That means choosing an influencer that is relevant to your brand, such as makeup artists showcasing cosmetics, fitness enthusiasts featuring gym gear, and so on. This helps the partnership feel more natural, more believable. It also gives a sense that the audience following that influencer will have the same interests and therefore are a receptive audience for the brand. But brands need to go a step further and guarantee that an influencer's following is the right audience for the campaign. ensuring the proper due diligence is undertaken by reviewing audience insights. Scrutinising influencer analytics, whether that's on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Snapchat, or any other social channel, will give confidence that the influencer's audience is genuine, engaged, and not an inactive bot. It will also help to safeguard against influencer fraud, which we know is one of the marketers' top concerns within social channels. And this is why the VAMP platform delivers transparent audience data for all of its influencers as part of the campaign planning process. Having access to as much data as possible is paramount for all of our clients. Understanding gender split, age range, audience location, and performance results will ensure brands and marketers can set realistic data against their objectives to connect with the most relevant content creators and influencers. So now I'm going to talk to you about sales metrics. For a long time, influencer marketing campaigns were judged on the number of likes and comments they were able to create. Engagement was prized as highly as reach and was used to justify influencer spend. We've all heard about Instagram hiding likes counter on posts within different markets across the globe. Suddenly, like counts were no longer public, but tucked away and visible only to the person who posted it. And influencer marketing too has moved beyond that vanity engagement metric. In 2021, likes and comments will be a natural byproduct of a good influencer marketing campaign, not the sole objective. Marketers and brands should demand more from the influencers they are collaborating with. Getting dirty and looking under the hood of an influencer's post or story should be the main priority. Understanding what was the true reach and impressions, how many people visited my website, and where did they go from there? Influencers these days want to be paid big bucks. They therefore need to justify that ROI with true measured results. Setting clear objectives for influencers and using e-commerce functions that are available on all social platforms to measure and achieve those results. An influencer campaign should drive customers to take action, whether that's downloading an app, going to a physical store, or going to a website to make a purchase. Return on ad spend needs to be the metrics marketers should be focused on for any influencer marketing campaign. So I'm going to talk to you now about short form video. Social users have been obsessed with creating and watching short form video this year. In April, TikTok continued its meteoric rise, reaching its 2 billion download milestone. Just massive. The subsequent launch of Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts, plus persistent competition from the likes of Triller and Byte, secured 2020 as a year of short-form video content. While the platforms battle it out, launching exciting new features to lure users and high-profile creators away from competitors, marketers are really set to benefit. Looking ahead to 2021, we'll see Instagram continue its rollout of Reels throughout the Middle East, and we'll see creators and influencers really polish their craft. They'll be generating even more innovative and high-quality short-form video content for both themselves and their brand partners. And we'll also see more content adaptation. Reposting TikToks to Instagram stories and vice versa will be a thing of the past, and creators will instead understand what content thrives on what platform. The best thing is, marketers don't need one single platform to win out. We see brands in 2021 no longer focusing on a single social channel or single type of content, such as image posts or Instagram stories. Brands will start to focus on working with the ideal influencers and not prioritize the ideal social channel. The right influencers will have the ability to creatively interpret campaign briefs to their chosen channel and content type. Whether that's TikTok short form videos, Instagram image posts, IG stories or Reels, brands will have the ability to reach different types of customers and achieve different objectives by taking omni-channel approach across all social. 2021 will see short-form video content taking the front seat. Social shop fronts. Social media has become the new storefront, and not just because lockdown drove us away from shops and towards our smartphones. According to a recent study of 10 AME markets, including the UAE and Saudi Arabia, 40% of consumers are shopping online more than before the outbreak. And Instagram has been steadily investing in social commerce options over the past few years, but their latest redesign shows real intent. They've swapped out the notifications tab for a new shop tab. This update takes Instagram Shops out from the Explore page and placing it in prime position on the home screen. This will undoubtedly increase the number of Instagram shoppers and sales potential for brands. Consumers have become comfortable shopping online this year, so are even more likely to continue in their quest for convenience in 2021. That's not to say it will be easy for brands. Instagram will remain as competitive as ever, so I predict that it will only be those who can perfect their shopfront by investing in high quality content created to convert that will see the biggest returns. So now I'm going to talk to you about branded content and boosting. Brands seeking wide reach through influencers are finding more and more success through the boosting function, both on Instagram and TikTok. This allows an influencer's content to be seen by users far beyond their following. The content can appear native and in a user's feed, but can be targeted with precision. Of the hundreds of influencer campaigns that VAMP have run throughout the Middle East in 2020, I would say that this has been the biggest addition to campaigns we run, and we believe that this will continue to increase in 2021 with more and more investment of marketing spend allocated to boosting and branded content ads as part of influencer campaigns. For those that have not run any boosting or branded content ads, the best way to look at it is as an influencer marketing bolt-on that takes your campaign results to the next level. These look a little different to a normal Instagram or TikTok ad. Normal ads say sponsored and look as though it's pushed from the brand, whereas the boosting ads feel more native. Instead of the brand's name, you see the influencer's handle and a profile picture. So the user has that same influencer marketing experience that a creator is sharing something with you. Of course, it still says sponsored, which lets the user know that this is in fact an ad they are being targeted with, so transparency remains intact. Why would marketers invest in boosting or branded content? Firstly, there's reach. If a brand invests in boosting, they understandably want people to be able to experience it. These ads can scale a creator's post to reach users beyond their following. With this option, brands are free to choose influencers who create the very best content without being preoccupied by their reach or audience location when potentially working with micro or nano influencers. While influencer marketing relies on organic reach, boosting extends beyond that and gets brands into the feeds of people who don't follow that particular influencer. Then there's targeting. As a brand, you'll have targeted audiences in mind. Their age, gender, geography. Boosting can be targeted with precision, helping to reach more of the people that matter. Content ads take that same engaging, relatable content and make it entirely shoppable. We are seeing some amazing results with boosting as part of the campaigns we're running in the Middle East, and I would highly recommend experimenting this option in 2021 as part of your next influencer campaign. And finally, I'm going to talk to you about healthy influence. We're already seeing more and more brands branching into health and self-care themes in a bid to connect with the modern consumer. With the wellness movement accelerating massively in 2020 and touching so many individual industries, health-focused influencers will be big in demand in 2021. Brands are looking to add value through partnering with relevant ambassadors who can share valuable tips and tutorials. Relevancy is key here, particularly for brands focusing on themes around mental health. I expect we'll see brands moving towards a micro-influencer approach, partnering with experts in those areas rather than expensive macro talent who may have the following but not the knowledge. This approach will appeal to marketers still grappling with COVID cut budgets. Just be sure to lock those influencers in early. 2020 was a masterclass in responsive marketing. In a matter of weeks, the world completely changed and it seemed unfathomable that campaigns with months in planning could go ahead. Both marketers and influencers have had to think fast and adapt quickly, which has resulted in some truly inspirational outcomes. Like any muscle flexed long enough, this agility has strengthened across the sector. While forward planning hasn't completely gone out the window, we're seeing marketers getting more comfortable in short-term, highly relevant and fast-moving tactical campaigns, which will remain a necessity for both influencers and brands throughout 2021. VAMP's platform fully supports marketers in the speed in which they can create and complete social influencer campaigns across multi-channels and multi-market projects. We're the only Middle East-based influencer platform that has direct API integration with Instagram, giving brands the data transparency needed to analyze and select the most ideal influencers for their brands and projects. If you would like to have a chat about your next influencer project, please feel free to hit me up. Thank you for your time. My name is Carl from VAMP.